Good. All
Sealed.
signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
This is From Software's first effort to do facial animations, and wasn't much of an effort. I'm thinking this guy's ulterior motives from the way he's laughing at or passing out during this medical procedure. I mean, his jaw moved very slightly. That's an animation. Uh-oh. Is that part of the procedure? Man, they're really hurting for nurses these days.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
So I have some familiarity with this game. I did watch some LPs way back when this came out. But I've never played it, so I doubt there's a whole lot I remember. But I cannot really call this a truly blind or fresh playthrough. Karate chops. I don't think that opening scene ever really gets elaborated on what the symbolism was of... I mean, the bloody beast kind of is a very on-the-nose theme, but it catching on fire and disappearing. I'm not really sure what that was all about. So we are so far unarmed and in dire straits. We don't really have a penny to our name or anything of the sort. Although I start with 240 of whatever the currency is for whatever reason. Not sure why. Guess it was free with the blood transfusion. I'm gonna turn my lights down a bit, bear with me. Okay, something's snarling in the distance here. One thing I do remember from watching it a few times is there is actually a trick to getting by this thing. You can just run past if you wanna. Oh, never mind, I missed it. Alright, we run it. It's not really worth much. This is one of those cases where you kinda intended to take an L here. Oh god, I got out. Oh god, there is still some input lag. But if you don't feel like putting up with it, you could just run past. That guy comes out swinging. Nope, that didn't work. Owie! Hot. Buh. So the way the backstabs in this game works is quite weird. You basically have to do a charged heavy attack and hit them in the back with it. I don't really seem like worth the fuss here. Oh shit, he follows. Ominous screech. Basically, if you just don't want to put up with dying, you just run through here, grab this. And you're safe. That is the analog of the bonfires in this game, but it has no other function than to just warp you to this neutral space. Your safe space. Abandoned doll. That's creepy. This is basically the all-purpose kind of, hub area. There's a lot of people dying here somehow. These are all the, like the blood stains in Dark Souls. Kind of funny that for a game that's all about blood symbolism, they're like, ah, shit, we already called them blood stains in our old game. We can't call it that again. It's a very pretty little garden. So basically, we're supposed to be here to pick up our first weapons. And, I think I said I was going for dexterity, right? Yeah, so whatever has, or skill, it's called. Whatever has the highest skill seems to be this, but I have heard that this is not a very good weapon. Kind of like a all-rounder. Do get the most scaling out of that, but it's still 88 damage versus 95. I think we're just gonna go with the basic. So this is the, like, the meta weapon that was in all of the advertising. But to be honest, in this form, I don't really see how it's a very effective weapon. In this form, it kind of makes sense, but I feel like the locking mechanism and something like this would fail pretty easily. But so be it. We are offered a firearm. So the weird thing is that blood tinge, whatever the hell that means, is the stat that determines firearm effectiveness. I think I'm gonna go with a shotgun, not just for it being a shotgun, but I remember old ass videos I watched making it seem like this is actually the easier weapon to land parries with, but it's a bit slower to fire, so gotta anticipate that.
You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon.
You had trouble squeezing that one out.
You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good.
That sounds suspicious.
You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Well, I don't feel like we're given much choice in this. We seem to be have been conscripted.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog. Should it
You? I'm not sure I want to share your sex doll with you. Halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. So, basically, this is everything all in one. It's your Firelink Shrine, it is your Majula or whatever. It's your blacksmith, it's your merchants, a little bit of everything. But we have nothing that we can use to upgrade our shit right now. So we're just gonna press on back out into the world. And so these are all of the lanterns you found so far. Let's go back to the sick room just because I want to take care of that horrible beast in there. Oh yeah, it's the meat cleaver. The Hackens beetle. So it just plops the lantern down here, and if we try to go back up to where we started, somebody seems to have moved in.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not
Well, I
be
was one of those
exposed to
5 minutes ago.
infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Ho ho.
Now, go. And
Well,
good
thank
hunting.
you. So this is just, I guess, an extra big dose of blood. So blood vials are the healing item, and they are a healing item that you collect. There's no equivalent to the Estus flask, to what I recall. Let's try blasting. That didn't quite work. Whatever, we slash. So instead of the usual mechanics of combat in Dark Souls, where it's just your light attack, your heavy attacks, your heavy attack is pretty basic. It just works like a mostly like a charged attack. When it goes ching, then that's when you can land like a proper backstab with it. Which seems quite tough to pull off in general, unless you get the drop on the enemy and they don't know that you're behind them. So instead, we have these kind of normal combos with the light attacks. And you can mix up the transformed form. You can just either activate basically, or in the middle of your swings to do like a special kind of transform attack. And what I remember hearing tips way back in the day is the transformed attack is much more likely to stagger enemies, so it's a neat idea to mix it in now and then. But basically, the transformed mode just kind of changes the characteristics of the weapon. So obviously, in this case, it gets a little bit longer. The animations change, but it's a little bit slower. Oi. Nice one. But what you'll notice is that firearms don't actually do a whole lot of damage. At least not when we shoot it, because you'll find getting shot by other enemies tends to give you a world of hurt. I actually found it fascinating when this came out, how most of the enemies you fight are human enemies that are not completely mad, like they still actually speak. But obviously are mad enough to see you as a monstrosity and not just a normal person. Someone in here sounds worse for the wear.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
I always hated this man's voice anytime I heard it in like the LPs I watched. And you are right, Arky, there are some firearms that are much more geared as an offensive weapon. You can literally pick up a cannon later if you want to. But I'm not going for a firearm build.
You say, never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnum Barnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally, they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
So everyone else seems to perceive us just as a hunter, yet this guy was able to tell right off the bat that we're not from here.
Across the valley to the east, deep within, I haven't, that's your bit.
I believe this guy gives us something later if we hit him up before he dies. He obviously is not in good health. Shame that this blood that apparently can cure all illnesses, he can't seem to get a hold of it. Whoa. So I am playing online. I believe that the online mechanics in this game work quite weird. So that they are not so much about invasions and stuff. But it's very much like an opt-in kind of PvP stuff. I don't know. But I'm probably not going to be doing much of it. I know that people were kind of iffy on it, but it's mostly the people who liked to invade. So this is kind of like the ceramic shards in Sekiro. And getting a stupid backstab attack. Not something that's easy to do in the middle of combat, but he might find a way. This is a shortcut right back to the beginning, I believe. A very quick shortcut. And that fellow looks like he means business over there. Not sure why the creaking hinges sound more like a klaxon alarm in a submarine. Alright, buddy. Let's try this. Nope! Alright. First blood is yours. Get a measure of them. Oh boy. Alright, got him. One thing I really hate is how the lock-on breaks when you knock him down. Take that. That'd be a great idea. Well, got him. What? He got up. Cheating bitch. Don't grab me. Okay, interesting. Lower it? Okay. I thought it might... It's hard to tell because I was trying to balance it in the main menu earlier. And that music is very, very quiet. What was even back here? Just a dead bitch? Surely there was something for my troubles. Was it just whatever I looted off of him? Which what even was? I didn't loot nothing off of him. What the hell? Oh, hello. Going up here doesn't sound too thrilled with things. Knock, knock. Yes, that one.
Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Will ya?
Are you that out? Well, Trotter.
I guess they know we're an outsider somehow. I guess our arrival was noticed.
Lads, you've come on.
Oh, you know what? I remember why. We're wearing some kind of foreign garb, apparently. I think if we actually get like a proper hunter's outfit. then people start to recognize us as a hunter and not just some twat. Damn it! Probably shouldn't be wasting all these bullets. I'm gonna need to save... Ow! These parry visceral attacks for some fools later. But one of the interesting things is this game was geared towards being more aggressive, so one of the mechanics is that if you take damage, you can restore your health by landing hits as quickly as possible. It's funny how all of these neat ideas that they came up with to try and make combat more aggressive, none of them went into Sekiro, which I feel like pulled off the aggressive combat much better. But that game did not have the variety of weapons that this has, so they kind of need to do something that was more well-rounded. Oh boy. Stirred the hive. Away! Uh-oh. Owie. Is there an option that the lock-on actually, like, reconnects when an enemy dies? Yes. I kind of disagree, because when I think of defensive, I think of mobility, like moving around more. And while Sekiro has that because it's like instant sprints and no stamina, parrying, the way the parrying is implemented feels much more like it's about, like, doing it offensively. So that's the backstab attack. It looks the same as the front stab attack, but it is mostly meant as like a stealth attack. It is possible to pull it off in active combat, but certain weapons don't make it easy. Alright, well now we gotta get through the town square here. Looking like something out of the Wicker Man now. Somehow even more disturbing. Hey, ugly. Wow, that hit neither of them. So that's how you can get it in combat. Hello, sir. It's funny that enemies that don't have guns are dropping bullets, but maybe they just lost theirs. Well, neither are you, because I don't want you here. Might notice these guys look suspiciously lanky and hairy. Some of them also look like Slash, but that's not the important bit. I'm running out of pebbles. I think that was that little blah he made. Sounded like the hollows from Dark Souls 1. Yeah, there's a sniper up there. We should probably deal with him. Oh, there's another sniper. Ouch! Oh, they're trying. Oh, dog. I want a dog. I have a dog next to me, but this one doesn't look as friendly. Go that asshole first. Yeah, this guy looks like Slash. Don't mind me. Whoops. Another reason I'm not a fan of the PS4 controller is that it's got a prominent like swoop on the L2 and R2 buttons, and I keep hitting it with the edge of my finger by accident. Well, they're having a hell of a time here. Can I have it on this party?
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
Oh, I see. The party is at my expense. I remember this. Oh. Not here, but that is a way to go somewhere. I think over here in like the network test was a way that people found to sneakily get to a boss fight that wasn't intended to be part of the game, or not part of that build. Excuse me, part of that build. And ended up like surprising everybody because of something that the boss said. That made everyone think that this was going to be thematically connected with Demon Souls. Bad dog. Okay, where's this gotten me? Like I said, I've seen LPs of this game. Those are all a long time ago. And I by no means have memorized the levels. Probably a bit more familiar with this area because it's much simpler. But later on I'll be thoroughly lost. I'm sure. I see you. I think I don't see you, but I see you. Somebody's chatting upstairs. Those enemies upstairs talking? Pungent blood cocktail. I think that is... Oh, these people are not very happy. The hunt began. The healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to Cathedral Ward as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. How tragic. Oh, I thought you could get upstairs in this area for some reason. They aren't happy to see me breaking into their home, I suppose. Oh, look at you. That no scope. I thought you just said dang it. Okay, bloodstone shards, I believe those are the upgrade materials, so I'm considering whether or not I want to upgrade this bad boy. I probably won't be using it for long, but let's see. I don't remember what it takes to get the doll to wake up, because the doll is the level up waifu in this game. I don't know if she just wakes up next time we come back, or nope. Alright then. In theory, I could upgrade this weapon. I'm sure it won't be that big a deal because this is early in the game. Probably get upgrade materials pretty rapidly later on. But do I want to save it? I don't know if there's any proper skill weapons that we can find this early. Insight. Right, that's kind of the analog to humanity. Let's get the drop on this loser. That's the grossest thing about the visceral attack, is that it's not based on the weapon, so it's kind of interesting. I don't think your weapon damage affects it. the way it did in parries and backstabs in Dark Souls. Because you're basically just shoving your raw fist in there and grabbing whatever viscera you can get a hold of. That didn't work. I don't want to fight him on the stairs. Oh god, he poosh. Yeah, you fall back, coward. That was a mistake. Oh, he's trying. Nice, got him. Oh, well, that was that. Come here, thick boy. Damn it. That'll do. Oh, so that's perfect, because that's what I'm going for. For no particular reason, other than that I figured... game about speed, I probably would not be too successful with heavy weapons. Not operable. You know, somehow I always found that this game... although it has some things I think are overdone, like the chromatic aberration, and its anti-aliasing is not so good. Looks a lot better than Dark Souls 3 did. Even in terms of, like, just basic texture quality. Dog got loose. Ow. I think the dogs have a weird thing. Like, you can't get your health back by attacking them because they tend to have... hello! More than one hit per, like, an attack. Ow! I was like, I didn't have the orange bar that said I could get health back there. I believe this dew is kind of like the, consumable souls. Yeah. One thing I really like that Sekiro did... I think Dark Souls 3 had it in a very limited extent, is that you could buy the consumable souls, or consumable currency, just to keep it stockpiled if you're worried about losing it. You have a very small door.
Well, do you know of any safe places?
Not yet. I recall this mechanic. You can find two places where people say, hey, if you find any survivors out there, bring them here. And you can bring them to one or the other. And one is perhaps slightly more ideal. But it depends on what you're looking for. This is the rafters. I always hate when things are dangling like this because I know one swing's gonna knock me off, so we'll do the smart thing and use my sweepy attacks. I'm not sure why I'm charging it. It's kind of irrelevant, but... Are you out of your mind? Oh wow, you can add gestures to them. That's pretty cool. Here's our first NPC who's not cowering behind a door.
Oh.
A hunter.
A hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter.
Why, thank you. Oh, 4 of those.
Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now.
Well, some of them still seem quite human, namely the ones hiding behind doors.
Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves.
Shake off cape. That's a gesture, I guess. How do I... Nope, that's not it. How do I gesture? That's not it. Not sure how I do gestures. Oh well.
What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter.
And what the hell are you still doing here? I mean, I found you here. I only been here for like 30 seconds. You're telling me off for wasting time. Something's a snarling. Can I get you out a bit so that I can plunge on your head? This work? That didn't work. If I do this. Oh. Alright, that's not... wasn't my intended result. Who's shooting? Ow! Your ass! Uh-oh. Tally-a-ho. Wow, that was ineffective. Get him, get him! Oh yeah. Down to the pit with yous. Oh, no you don't. One of the unfortunate things in this game is how limited, and Dark Souls 3 kind of took from me, is how limited like a capacity you can have on helpful consumables such as bullets and blood vials. Any extra ones we collect go into storage. I thought that was a little early, but I'll take it. I saw somebody sneaking. There you are. Yeah, losers. The reason I went with the blunderbuss is I remember people struggling with the pistol back in the day because of the... You fire at the point that you're locked onto, and the animations enemies go through in certain attacks tends to make them duck, so people had a tendency to fire over the enemy's head and make an ass of themselves. Alright. Ow! Oh god. Bad news. Bad. Oh god. We were doing so well. Oh, I sees you. I get the jump on you this time. As long as the rifleman doesn't spoil the party. Oh, he tried. Ah, see how this guy's got glowing eyes? He's basically holding on to my blood stain. This is an interesting way of doing this. Kind of surprised that's not something they kept up with in future titles. Then again, Sekiro had probably the worst of those kind of mechanics. Fool! There are a lot of... These guys have a lot of drops, but I guess... kind of essential since there's not many other ways to get blood vials other than buying them. Hello, AOC. Haven't seen you in a while. How's life? Oh, we got crows. Like how these crows naturally reuse the sounds of the crow demons in the last game. Or in Dark 1. Oh shit. Doing all right. Hope you get some free time soon. What are that? Just a fellow? What? Somebody's standing on it now. Well, that weren't much, but I'll take it. You know, when it comes to the fact that, like, Dark Souls 2 had introduced the ability to, like, swiftly go up ladders. And then this one does the same thing, but for some reason it doesn't consume stamina to do it. So it begs the question, why isn't that just the default speed? Why even have, like, the ladder sprints at all? It'll come at me. I'll take it. Rat! Oh, he's gonna jump! You little bitch. You sniveling little bastard. He's having a little trouble there. I don't think these are the same rat models as Dark Souls because they're a little weirder in movement. It always amused me in games. And I watched some videos of the old Kingsfield games. And it amuses me how easy it is to kite enemies in that game because they have no turning animation. But they can, like, very slowly turn in a forward movement. They have no ability to, like, pivot in place. So that game's all about just kiting enemies. But anyway, we got a new weapon. Let's see if it's any good. A saw spear. Okay, it's got slightly more dex scaling, but still, like, worse than this in general. In general, kind of the same. Much the same, it's just a strong attack as a stab instead of like a... like an overhead chop. Perhaps there's a better way. Hiya! Wow, that was not a very wide spread. Why the hell are rats dropping throwing knives? Madman's knowledge. All weapons have some kind of, like, transforming thing. So these are the only two we found so far. The cane that I could have picked has the ability to turn into more of a whip. Whereas the axe that I could have picked had the ability to get a longer shaft. Haha. And turn into more of like a pole axe. And other weapons have all kind of different things. Like some of them just have like an attachment that you can keep on your back and deploy when you want to make it heavier. Can I walk along this? No, I cannot. Can I make it down there? Wait a minute, I was just down there. Yeah, I think there's a weapon in the DLC that, like, is literally a... It's like two knives you can stick together to make a bow. Which is kind of odd. Voids. Really annoying. So one of the interesting things about this game is that the poise mechanic that was introduced in Dark Souls 1 and vaguely exists in Dark Souls 2 is nowhere to be seen here. So armor is purely defensive bonuses, and no, there's like nothing that helps you resist stun locking. What do you say? That's creepy. That sounds like a line that the Daughter of Chaos would have said in Dark Souls 1. So cold, dear sister. That guy was just holding a whole damn statue. I lost it now, but yeah, he's gonna beat my ass with a bust.